Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Welcome to day 3 of Parapalooza, and this is our last day. I hope you're all doing great. I'm going to give it just a minute and let some more people come in. Let me mute this. Day 3. Mute this other page. There we go. Okay. Hello, Queen Laura. How are you, sis? Hi, Sandra. Hi, Jenny. It's all right, sis. I understand. You got to get out and get some stuff done today. Hey, Dustin. Hi, David. Hi, Papa Joey. We'll let a few more people get in here, and then we'll get started discussing some of the paranormal equipment and some apps. I'm excited. I'm excited for today. We've got a great lineup for today as well. If you missed any of the last 2 days, you can always go back on the Parapalooza channel and watch. They are up. So be sure and check out all the creators that were on there because we've had some amazing people on here. I've got a few things to show you. We're also going to check out an awesome website that you can find a lot of your ghost hunting tools. I've been checking it out. It was just recently showed to me, and they've got some pretty awesome stuff in there. They've got some really good prices, so I'm going to show y'all that. And I'm excited to get into this. If you would all please share this out on all your social medias. Let them know that we are live. Day 3, Parapalooza. I'm going to send this to April. She might come up here with me and discuss some of this stuff. I'm not sure if she's back home or anything yet. Has everyone enjoyed Parapalooza so far? I think it has been amazing. And every single one of our guests are messaging me saying how much fun they had and that they enjoyed spending time with you guys. So it has definitely been an awesome experience. Hello, V. How are you? Good deal. I'm excited to see what the next one holds. This is going to be awesome. Okay. Let me get this sent out real quick, and then we'll get started. I've already shared this out to a lot of places, but I need to share it out to a couple more. If my computer will quit running slow. I think my computer has been worked a lot this weekend. It's definitely trying to hold back on me today. Hello, Frank. How are you? Here we go. All right, I think I got it shared everywhere. Okay, so before we get started, let me ask you guys, hi, Genocide. Hey, Troy and Marnie, what is your one, if you could only use one piece of equipment or app, either one, if you could only use one thing while investigating, what would it be? Yes, it's pretty cool, Joey. I've been checking it out. They do have quite a few things on there that are pretty great prices. So we're going to show that off here in a few minutes. I'm glad you're feeling some better, Frank. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either, V. And Joey and them just introduced me to them, and I've been checking them out, and it's a pretty cool place. SB11, Necrophonics. Hi, Melissa and Patrick. How are you guys? K2 meter. I think a lot of the new paranormal investigators that are coming out, one of the main things that they say they want is a K2 meter, which does do awesome evidence. Plus, it also kind of helps validate some stuff as well. That's awesome, V. That's what we want. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I have, and we're going to go over some of the other equipment that I may not have, and some apps that we really like. So we'll get the camera on. Please excuse all the stuff behind me. This is all reunion stuff, and I have no place to put it. It's a lot more than normal, huh? Yeah, you can. All right, guys. So when I first started doing paranormal investigations, I didn't have a lot of equipment or anything. We just kind of went out and had fun with it. But I believe the first thing you bought me was the EMF detector. Yeah. So the very first thing that I had was the EMF detector. And what I love about this one is it not only lights up, but it also makes sound. So you can turn the sound off on the side here, or you can turn it up. But if you're out somewhere dark and you want to just have this laying around, then you can see it, you can hear it. So that helps too, because a lot of the things don't make noise. They don't light up. You just have like one little light that turns on. So that's why this is one of my favorite ones to use, especially when we're out somewhere that's big and dark. You want to be able to see and hear it. Another good thing about these are for electromagnetic field. So basically what this is doing is picking up all the electricity around you. So you can go into a place and you can scan it, scan the walls, scan the ceilings, the outlets, and make sure that there's no power on. Because if this gets up close to power running through the walls, because you know, in any house, there's power lines running all through your walls. So when you're getting a high EMF, you may be thinking that there's a spirit around, when all actuality, it could be the power going through the walls. So these are really good to have, not just to say, hey, touch this, it'll make it go off. But you can check the abandoned house that you're in or building to see if there is electricity. Because if there's a high amount of electromagnetic fields, it can cause you to be dizzy. It can cause you to be disoriented. It could cause you to actually see things if the stuff's high enough. So you want to make sure that all that is completely gone. So I honestly, it did that because I moved it so fast. I honestly think this is one of the first things people need to get, this or the K2 meter, because it basically does the same thing. It'll go off too when you put it up to the electrical outlets and stuff like that. So you can see that because it's up closer to the computer, it's starting to go off a little bit. Now, some things will make this go off. Cell phones, if your cell phone is running, it can make it go off. Huh? Yeah, if it's plugged into the wall, definitely. But it can, while it's actually running like an app or something like that, can make it go off a little more. But if you see a K2 meter just sitting there and it's not doing anything, and your phone's been sitting next to it for 20 minutes and it starts going crazy, I love seeing the comments, oh, your phone just did that. Well, my phone has been sitting next to it for 20 minutes and did not make it go off one time. So no, it wasn't the phone. So some things will make it go off. Some things won't. So always check that first. And if you start to get a lot of like massive readings right off the bat, see if there's anything around you that is making them go off. I really like it when spirits touch the K2 for answering questions. Yes, that's amazing. When you can get them to do yes or no, you know, whatever with these, that's awesome. Another thing I like is the temperature gauge. So basically what this does is it keeps track of the temperature that's in the room. And then when there is a high fluctuation, and I'm not saying if it goes down 1 or 2 degrees that it's going to go off. Most of the time when I see it go off, it goes down at least 5 to 10 degrees in a room. So if there's something around this and it's making the temperature drop drastically or rise drastically, It lights up orange and it makes a noise. So it's good to have too, because when spirits are around, it said to drop the temperature. A lot of times when there's negative energy around, it'll raise the temperature. So it's good to know what the temperature is around you. And if you're getting a fluctuation in temperature, plus you're getting your K2 meters going off and you're hearing stuff and all that, that's a lot more validation. So keeping an eye on the temperatures around you is a really good thing. So those three things are one of the main things that I like setting up just to have around the rooms. We will carry the K2 meter with us sometimes, but most of the time we just have them set up so we can just have it go off. The EVP recorders, I've had this one for 4 years. It has, you can see that it's got dents in it. These things are made to last. And they work great. Now, I'm not saying you have to have an EVP recorder, because your phone or your camera can pick up EVPs just as good. I like leaving these sitting around in a room. Say you're in a place that's really haunted and you're going room to room. Sometimes I like leaving these in the room and just letting them go off. And then come back later and see if we heard anything while we're out, because EVPs are probably one of the best things that you can capture. And a lot of times it's the easiest thing to capture. So you don't have to have an EVP recorder. You can use your phone. You can use your app. But if you get one, just get a regular cheap one. You don't have to spend $100 on an EVP recorder, because they're all going to work the same. This is the easiest one to work too. Some of them have a lot of them buttons, and no, it's not for me. Hi Pat, hi Debbie. Yeah, I love that one, Joey. It's the best one that I think it's the best one. So as far as like spirit boxes and stuff like that go, the main one that I have used before using an app was the SB7. A lot of people don't like the noise that comes with the SB7. I'm total opposite. I love the noise. Hi, Jared. The noise to me is very soothing. I could probably fall asleep listening to a spirit box. As a matter of fact, I have fallen asleep listening to it before. But when you're filming, a lot of people don't want to sit and watch a 20-minute video full of they don't want to hear that. So I know there's the SB11, I believe it's called. I know Troy likes that one. I haven't really worked with that one yet. I haven't even bought it or nothing yet, because this is always my go back to. But a lot of times it's hard to get signal on these, because you still need signal to get it to go through. And like I said, when filming, you don't want that constant static, because it's hard. For one, it's hard to edit. And two, sometimes it's really hard to hear. And some people have a hard time hearing through the static. Hi, Lynn and Handsome Seth. So this is definitely my go-to SB7. There is an SB11 that you can get that takes a lot of the static out. So, but I have found an app, which a lot of us use now, the Necrophonics, I believe is one of my favorite spirit boxes to use. It's so clear, and you can still add the static to it. You can add the echo to it. You can add the reverb to it. So you can have all of that stuff if you want it on there, but you don't have to have it on there. But as far as filming, to me, that works the best, because it is so clear. And what I do is I just attach it to a speaker, because you're going to have a speaker for this as well. So we do an external speaker and this connects through the plug. You can't hook it up to a Bluetooth, which I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about that, because these speakers that you can plug in through here, they're not that loud. Now Twinkie, she has found one that is really loud, and I want to find one like that, but she got lucky with that one. And the SB7 is not very loud. The Necrophonics, you can turn it up, your phone up, and you can also turn your Bluetooth speaker up. So I absolutely love that. Sorry, guys. My voice is already going. I've been talking for 2 days now. Well, I talk all the time anyway, but trying to make sure that I get through all the ones that I want to talk about. So a speaker is always a good thing to make sure you have too. You want to make sure you have Bluetooth speakers and speakers that connect, because some of the equipment that you get, you're not going to get Bluetooth on it. And unless they remake it to where it's Bluetooth compatible, you're going to have the plug-in. Thank you, V. So speakers are always good. Lights is a definite, especially when you're going into a big abandoned place or into the woods or anything like that. You're going to want a light that is broad, that lights up a lot of your surroundings, because if something's going to be coming at you or charging at you or anything, not even necessarily a ghost, but if a person is coming at you, you want to be able to see them well ahead of time. So what we use and what's worked best for us, these are by, and I can't say the name, SD, ESDDI. I have a bigger one of this, and it has the LED lights. Oh, that's good to hear, AZ. That's awesome. So we use this. It has the LED lights are always going to be better than, flashlight's going to work if you get a good one. But the LED lights to me seem to work a whole lot better. Plus, when you're recording, it tends to work a little bit better as well. You're not going to have just that brown spot, in the middle of your video that you can see, and then everything else around it's black. You're going to be able to see basically the whole screen lit up. So these are always good to have. Another thing that is good to have is grips, or your tripod. We use this grip because it's easy to hold. Your camera sits here, and then your light's up top. And it's bent at a little bit of an angle to where it's lighting up in front of you, but it's not blinding out or washing out the camera. So we like these grips that you can just hold on to. They work great. But for tripod, this has been my favorite. And of course, it has the 3 legs on it, so it can go really tall. But it has the bar here where you can move, and it's easy transition for turning. And it also has the wind up, or I don't remember what they call this, telescoping deal, where you can just raise it up for however you want it. So this one goes extremely tall, plus it goes extremely short. So that's definitely, and that's Mac trim, and that's an awesome. So not only are you going to need like equipment like the K2 and all that, you're going to need equipment to hold your cameras and everything else. So now the things that light up and are all flashy, and you don't necessarily have to have those. They're just fun, I think. Does it go? Yes, it does. Well, it does, Lynn, but it's the thicker, like that. And then this one up here is just the thin one. And I don't mind that it's thick because it's the cushioned grips. So, yeah, see, when I first started, I wanted something that I could put all my stuff together, and you should have seen my stuff. I had Velcro stuck to it, so my EVP recorder would go onto it. You have to be careful with that stuff, though, because when you're recording, that Velcro goes, or if you had something hanging, the clip hitting the camera. So it picked up every single one of those noises, and there's nothing you can do about it once your filming's done. You can't take those noises out. So there are REM pods, and I do want to show you something here in a minute on the Ghost Hunter outlet. There are REM pods out there. Troy has one. I want one. But my first stop was to get these. And these are just little black boxes. They run on 9-volt batteries, and they have the little copper wire going up. So when you're touching these, they make the lights go off. But I have found that sometimes they don't go off at all. And then sometimes they go off constantly. So I'm not sure with these yet. I do like them because they're small. The only thing I don't like is there's nowhere to put this. So like I can't just throw them in my bag. These have to actually sit out. And then if you're going down the road and this thing's going off like crazy, you think there's a cop there or something else. So that's not always a good thing for these. Now, the new big thing I've seen a lot of on YouTube, and I didn't even think nothing about these until I seen them in action. And then I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting those, is the cat balls. When somebody first said that, I just started laughing just because of the name. It's funny. But these have actually come in really handy. And what they do is they light up. When you turn them on, when they get hit or they get moved, they light up. So, and I like these because you can turn them off. You don't have to take the battery off of it. You can just turn the power off completely to it. Plus, these ones, you have to be careful though, because a lot of them will not have where you can change the batteries out. These ones have it. See, it has the 3 little batteries in there. These ones do. And I got these 3 for $10 on Amazon. So when these things light up, like I had them light up a couple of nights ago, twice behind me. I think it's fascinating for these because these are not something that the electricity is going to make go off or anything. These actually have to move. And for them to go off when they're just sitting there and stuff, it's amazing. I was so excited. Look at Lynn laughing because the cat balls. Thank you, AD. My chair's stuck, sorry. So I do love these and I would recommend them. They're awesome to have when you're out. Like I said, these dark places, you're going to want something that lights up. I don't want all the bells and the whistles that make all these noises and everything else. But I want something that I'm going to be able to see or hear when it goes off. That way we can get right to it. And these, when they light up for a little bit. So sometimes the K2 meter goes off really far, but you don't catch it because it goes right back down. Or the temp gauge will go off one time and then shut off. So these are good because they go off for a little bit longer than normal. And so you'll definitely be able to catch it either way. And I wasn't even facing them, but I could tell the light was shining from over here. So I was able to see that it was going off. So those are an awesome thing to have. Try to put all this in here. One of my favorite things, and you guys should know it by now, I love the grid lights. And the one that I have, I would definitely recommend to anybody and everybody. So I actually have 2 of them that are the same. But on this one, you have to hold the button down to get the grid light to go. So all I did was tape the button down with some black electrical tape. The good thing about this is it's not going to stay on all day long because you have a turn off and on key at the end of it. You can take this key out and put it up somewhere so your kids are not getting it and doing this and blinding themselves, because it is a very high-powered laser that's in here. So now if I can put the key back in. But it has the key to where you can open and or turn it off and then turn it back on, because that you're definitely going to want that. The grid light is good because it puts lights all across the wall. And if something walks in front of it, it's going to cut out those lights. So you're going to see if a spirit walks in front of them or is messing around with them. They also drain really fast, though. They come with a rechargeable battery, but it does drain fast because of it's getting energy pulled from it. So I did find this, and I haven't tried this one out as much, but this is one that you can actually plug into your USB. So I'm going to give this one a try and see how it goes. And it can move. You can move it, and it's a hard metal, so it stays wherever you move it to. So you can plug it into your computer and then have it coming out to face the wall, or you can have it facing the ceiling, or, you know, however you want to. So that's one good thing about it, that you can move it around. It's not going to be like stuck into your computer and just sticking that way. So I love laser lights. I'm going to take my jacket off. It's getting hot. Bear with me just one sec. Makes me cough whenever I get hot. And I know y'all don't want to hear all that. Okay. Sorry about that. It was getting a little warm. So another thing my husband has bought me, and the reason why he bought these is because, oh, let me show you this real quick. This is a hack that I have found that works really good. So when you're using your grid lights, whether it be the bigger ones or the smaller ones, you can set it on a flat surface, but if you touch that surface or anything, it's gonna roll. And so it's gonna be hard to see if it's a spirit making it move or whatever. So what we did is, in most grocery stores, Dollar Trees or whatever, they have these things, which are the taco shell holders that you put your taco shell into. And you can usually get like 5 for $1. But this is an older one that we actually kept for taco shells, but all the rest of them I spray painted black. And then what you do is you just set your grid light inside of it like that, and it fits perfect. And so it's going to be harder for that to roll around because it's going to have something holding it on both sides. Yeah, I used to have one of them, David, but my batteries drain so fast all the time. So I like the rechargeable battery one, but it drains just as fast. So, but that's a little hack that you could try. You could do that with any of your equipment, because 90% of everything we have fits down in these. So if you want it just sitting to where you can film and stuff at it and have it sitting up, you know, a lot of times you're not going to want your stuff sitting down. So you could slide it down in there and just have it sitting straight up. You could turn it sideways and have it up, because you're not always going to have a spot to prop your stuff up. So that's our little hack. We're thinking about making some What the Paranormal ones. So that's always good to have. Just helps out a lot. 90% of your equipment fits in it. So so this, my husband bought me probably 2 years ago for my birthday. These.
It was last year, year before last, something like that.
So last year or the year before last. Anyway, me and Lainey go into a lot of these places by ourselves. Cody is always there, but sometimes we get out pretty far to where we can't, we get lost sometimes. I'm not going to lie. We have gotten lost, especially in like the woods or stuff like that. If we get off trail, and we do that a lot. So Cody's always in the truck right there. And if we're not back at a certain time, he'll start honking the horn, you know, or something like that. But for my birthday, he bought me a 4 set of these, and every one of them comes with their own charger. But he got me the walkie-talkies, and these are 5-mile radius, I believe. So we're not going to go more than 5 miles. But this way we can get a hold of him and ask him, hey, did anyone come in? Especially like when we go to the Goatman's Bridge or to the parallel forest. Did anybody come in? Because we're hearing noise. We want to make sure it's not a person. He'll say, no, there's no one here. Or, yeah, 2 people just went in. So it's good to have these. And there's been many a times where we've got on there and said, hey, honk the horn, because we can't find our way back. Or I talked to Cody on the way back when some random guys are just standing over in the woods waiting on us to come through. So it's always good to have something like this. That way, if you get separated or if you want somebody to be waiting on you on, out in the parking lot or something like that, they can also let you know if police are coming because sometimes that has happened. Or if they're ready to go, they can just say, hey, come on, wrap it up. So this is very cool and very good to have. To me, I feel safer having it. So always make sure their charge is good though. But Mother's Day 2 years ago. Sorry. See, this is the kind of stuff I love getting for for Mother's Day or my birthday. I want paranormal equipment or something to help our channel. So these things are very high powered though. So if you have these on, they're not going to make your equipment go off because it's on. It's not going to go off until you push that button. So once you push that button and then it's actually sending out those waves, signal waves, or whatever, what do they call sound waves? Then it's going to make your equipment go off. And there's really nothing you can do about it. So always make sure you say, okay, that was the walkie-talkie or whatever, because this will, let me see if I can, hold on. Okay, so this is on. Okay, this is right here. Okay, you can see that it's not really going off at all, hardly. But as soon as I push that button, and you can see how it's pulsating. So those are like the sound waves, the boom, 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 boom. So this will definitely make them go off. Yes, they will definitely make your equipment go off. So always remember that. And if you do make it go off, just say, hey, that was a walkie-talkie, or just don't even put that part in because it's not going to count. And if somebody sees you using a walkie-talkie and your equipment's going off and you're saying, oh, it's a ghost, everyone's going to be like, no, it's not. So I believe that is a lot of the equipment that we have. Oh, just little extra cameras. This is a mini Munster. We like to take a lot of this kind of stuff and just set it around in the rooms. So if we can get a lot of different angles of stuff, then people are less likely to be able to say, oh, you were doing that, or you did that, or that was somebody walking by. So if you can get different angles of, especially if you're in your one room, get different angles if you can, because you don't want people saying, oh, there was somebody behind you or whatever. If you have different things, and this is just a cheap, I think I paid $40 for this. It's just a cheap little camera that I can just sit in there. It has no bells or whistles. It just records. And so even if it's not the best of quality, it's still going to be a backup to your claim of what happened. So try to carry a couple of little cameras that are just extra and set them up around you. So I think that's all the equipment that we have. I'm going to show you. This is my absolute favorite. We started using this app 4 years ago. Thank you, Keith. We started using this app 4 years ago, and I didn't hardly see anyone using it. And then now we have shared it with a lot of people. And now I see everyone using it. This is the ghost hunting tool. Basically what it does is it has a word bank here, and it's randomly going through. And so what spirits can do is they can manipulate it and put in a word that they want to. A lot of people say these apps don't work. I'm going to say what I always say. If a spirit wants to come and speak to you, it could come through your toaster if it wanted to. It can come through your microwave. It can come through your refrigerator. It can come through your toothbrush if it wanted to. Spirits can manipulate anything. Yes, things that have power and things that are running are a lot easier because it does give them energy, but they can come through anything. And so when people say an app doesn't work, it's not that I don't think apps don't work. There's some that I like better than others. And some, I don't want all that crazy, silly stuff with it. So I love this one because it's just plain simple. The words come up. When I first started using this app, my cousin came through and he said his name was Cody. Um, then I asked, well, if this is my cousin Cody, what's your last name? Automatically, without fail, it brought up his last name. And his last name is not a normal last name that you would get. So it brought up his last name. And then I said, if this is him, tell me how you died. And it said rollover. And he died in a rollover car accident. So my mom even pulled over the side of the road. We were both bawling our eyes out. So I get a lot of validation in this. And so many other people do. We use this all together on a lot of different live streams, and we'll end up getting the same words, sometimes at the same exact time. And it's not like we just say, hey, I got the same word as you. We send pictures and proof. We show our phones to show that we're getting the same word. So I absolutely love this app. It is my favorite. The Necrophonics, definitely. This is one of my favorite spirit box apps. Just because it's so clear, and I've gotten a lot of good validation from here as well. So a lot of people may not trust these apps, but I wholeheartedly do. With this, you can just push the start button, or you can add the echo to it. You can add the reverb, or you can add the white noise. I'm not a big fan of adding this stuff to it, but every now and then the spirits will do it. They'll add the white noise, and then I'll be totally confused because I'm hearing white noise when I shouldn't be. So that's a good one. Another one that we've been using is the Ghost Tube. The Ghost Tube SLS, I've tried a couple of times. I haven't messed with it enough to even say. And one, wait, okay. Lands of the camera. That's awesome, Jared. Anything that you can make on your own is amazing. I wish I was that tech savvy and stuff like that to where I could, but I'm not. If I want it to work, I'm going to buy it. But, and why shouldn't phone apps work? They are being ran by a much more powerful computer than any other handheld. Exactly. Exactly, Joey. Hi, AD. The Ghost Hunter app works in no service areas big time. Yeah, it does. And you can turn your phone. It's good to turn your phone on airplane mode when you're using an app, just so you don't get that extra interference. So if you've got your phone on airplane mode and you're still getting a lot of words coming through and it's matching up to what you're saying to begin with, why would you continue to deny that that is working? So another one we like using is just the regular Ghost Tube. This one is like the, why can I not think of the name of it? The Ovulus. I never can think of that. Okay, so what this does is it listens and then it spits out words. So let's see if it says anything. Oh, it says low volume warning. Whoops. Hi, Tex. How are you? We need to try and experiment with the Ghost Tube SLS next to an actual SLS and see what the comparisons are. That is a great idea, Keith, and I would love to see that because sometimes there is different experiments that we do, and Trinity Paracrypta, he came in at the right time. He is a experimenting fool. So that would definitely be something cool to see. And Jared, I don't know if you're sharing all the stuff that you're making and stuff. But I know on his TikTok, he shows where he made an EM pump. And that's another thing that is awesome to have, especially if you're very sensitive. What an EM pump does is it puts off a lot of energy into the air. So those spirits can feed off that energy instead of feeding off of you. It also gives them energy to where they can speak to us, where they can, do more stuff than normal. Because spirits always have energy. They are energy. But sometimes they've used so much energy, they're drained, or sometimes because a place isn't visited very much, they don't have nothing to feed off of. And so it's always a good idea to have something there that puts off energy. And it's really hard to carry like a battery or something like that. So It's always good to have something like that. What about the TikTok filter, the one that people claims to show spirits? Do you think it works? Honestly, I think that's just a little game type thing. I'm not going to say that all the stuff that people capture on there isn't real, but TikTok is and if you'll look, their number one hashtag on TikTok is TikTok Paranormal. Paranormal is everywhere right now, and it's very popular. So I think people see something that works. They see something that is going to get them views, and then they build all this stuff around it. I don't think that works. But I can't say for sure. If the spirit wants to show itself, it's going to. So I cannot say that 100% of them are fake. Because you can pick up paranormal activity just sitting there talking. So I don't know. We use plasma balls, which feed energy and double as trigger objects. Trigger objects is probably one of my favorite things to use, especially with kids. Adults, you can use like alcohol. Like when we go to the Hill House, we use cards to entice the cowboy. So yeah, trigger objects are awesome, and that's a good idea to use those as. Oh, scared me. Said Christopher. So that's a good thing. If possible, is the Himalayan salt lamps good? Yes. Yes, I have one right over here. We have one in Laney's room, and I have one in my bedroom. Himalayan salt lamps are amazing. Also, another good thing. Hi, Twinkie. Another good thing to do is get the Himalayan rock salt and put it in your bath water. Just lay it all around your house. It puts off good energy, and it's just always good to have. Now, there's a lot of equipment I have not tried out. Like I want a REM pod, but I have not bought one yet because they are expensive. So I'm going to show you guys this place real quick. As you can see down here at the bottom, scanning across, it says for your ghost hunting equipment, go to www.ghosthuntersoutlet.com. If you use the coupon code BEER, BEER, you will get additional savings. So we're going to take a look at this website real quick. I want to show y'all a little ad for it, and then we're going to view. Okay, my entire screen. Hello. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to view some of this stuff. All right. So here we go. This is an ad for the place.
Whether you're an aspiring enthusiast or a seasoned professional, or perhaps you're just looking to add to your equipment inventory, look no further than Ghost Hunters Outlet. They have all your needs.
So that is awesome. Right here, Ghost Hunters Outlet, free shipping on many items. And like I said, use the coupon code BEER for additional savings. www.ghosthuntersoutlet.com. And I want to show you real quick. This is the website, and I have went on there. Show you real quick. Sorry guys, my phone. I went on here and I was looking around, and I'm actually really impressed with some of the prices on here. You know, equipment is expensive. It is expensive. And now that people know that everybody wants paranormal equipment, it's like almost doubled. Literally almost doubled. And I'm seeing this right here, right off the bat, the Pararig. I absolutely love that. That is so cool. That you can put so much equipment on one piece and have it all right there at one time. One thing I wanted to show was the REM pod here. I haven't been able to find a REM pod for under $200 hardly anywhere. And this one's $169, so that's not a bad price, plus it has free shipping. They have millimeters, they have sensors, they have a lot of rigs for your ghost hunting equipment. They have some cameras. They have all kinds of stuff. The SLS. So whatever you're looking for, I'm sure they have it. They have all different categories up here. And there is free shipping on a lot of stuff. So you'll see here on the trigger object bear, free shipping on the SB11. So go check out this website. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I think you're going to want to see all the stuff that they have. So go check it out, and make sure if you buy anything, use the code BEER to get additional savings. And the website is down there spinning across the deal as we speak. At least it's easier to get gear than ammo, right, Tex? Did it not share the screen? Did it not share the screen? Hang on. Well, I probably just did all that spiel and y'all didn't see nothing, did you? I'm not sure what happened there. Because it showed it on mine that it was sharing. What the heck? That's weird. So are y'all seeing my screen now? Okay, well, I can show you again because you definitely need to see this. So let me know if y'all see my screen. Type a 1 in the chat if you see my screen. Okay. I hate that y'all didn't see it the first time. All right, so I'm going to show you it all over again.
Whether you're an aspiring paranormal enthusiast or a seasoned professional, or perhaps you're just looking to add to your equipment inventory, look no further than Ghost Hunters Outlet. They have all your equipment needs.
Okay. So Ghost Hunters Outlet, free shipping on many items. Use coupon code BEER for additional savings. www.ghosthuntersoutlet.com. Let me see. Let me get over here to where y'all can see the website now. Okay. Here is the website. It's Ghost Hunters Outlet. As you can see, they have a lot of different equipment here. A lot of different categories that you can go in and check out. This is what I was showing y'all, the Para rig. It's awesome. Has a lot of different places to put equipment, plus the 2 bars or 2 hand grips. And here's the REM pod. It's 2.0, the new version, and it's $169. That's pretty daggone cheap. So you can see here that there's a lot of items that have free shipping. So that's pretty cool. But they have a lot of stuff here. I actually see quite a few things on here that I need and that I want. So I'm definitely going to be coming here and using this website whenever I try to find something. It's very cool to support your local equipment makers and sellers. So definitely check them out. Okay. So ghosthuntersoutlet.com. And that link will be down in the description if anybody wants to go back later and look at it. And you can also just come back and watch this and get the name if you need it. but it's very easy to find. I just typed in the www.ghosthuntersoutlet.com and it took me right to it. So, hey, Frugal. How much for the teddy? It was $74.95, and it's free shipping on that item. And that's pretty cheap too, because I see those a lot of places and they're not that cheap. So let me get back to the chat here so I can talk to y'all for just a minute before we head on out of here. And up next, we're going to have everybody's favorite farmer, Frugal Farmer Channel, who's going to be coming up. I'm excited to see the new REM pack. I am excited for that too. I have not got to mess with that at all. But I definitely want to. I want to see it in action. So you guys have any questions about any of the equipment that I showed or about the website that we just shared? And I'm sorry it didn't show that right off the first time that I did it. I don't know what happened there. Hello, Amora Witch. How are you? That would be awesome, Tex. Tex. No. We definitely don't want that. That would be more like a parachute store. EDD, the rim bear is currently out of stock, waiting on the bear. We can also make anything you have, like a toy truck, etc., with a rim. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Is that today? I need to get dressed. Oh my Lord, Frugal. That's okay, Amora Witch. Well, I'm glad that you were here, V, then. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to get the equipment and try it out. And I have not found a piece of equipment that I don't like yet. I have found ones that I cannot use. Like the dowsing rods. I cannot use the dowsing rods, but I love watching people use them. I shake too much to use those. I'm making cedar smudge sticks too. Yes, I can't wait for those. That's all right. Well, we're glad that you were able to come in. We've got a lot more shows coming out today. Up next, we're going to have Frugal Farmer. He's going to be talking about his UFO sightings, and the issue that he's having quite a bit is the shadow people. So we definitely love to have y'all all over there. So be watching. Make sure the bell is on for the Parapalooza channel, and make sure you are subscribed, because you don't want to miss this last day of Parapalooza. It's going to be exciting. We have a great lineup today. Right, Lynn, because that can be, because you want it to drive the right way. Oh, that would be awesome, Tex. Thank you for promoting us, investigators selling to fellow investigators. That's awesome, and I love it. I'm so glad that now I have that saved, and I will definitely be sharing that out more. Thank you, AZ Paranormal Investigation and Research Society. And it's always best, and I'm not saying this just because AZ is in here, but it's always best to purchase equipment from paranormal investigators, the ones that have already done investigating, not from companies that have never tried their equipment, that don't even know what it's supposed to be doing. So if you buy from anyone, make sure that they are in the paranormal field themselves. You don't want to buy something from somebody that's a pharmacist on the side, if that makes sense to you. But you want to be able to buy something from somebody that knows what it's supposed to be doing. Or else you're probably not going to get very good equipment. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you being here. We will be up with Frugal Farmer here in just a few minutes, so be watching for that. Hope you got that bell on. Thanks, guys, for spending this time with me, and we will see you in just a few. Bye, everyone.